don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah. Put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach, put me in the game.
First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans.
Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The LSU man, Leonard Fournette, born right here in New Orleans. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
With these two teams, they met in New Orleans earlier in the year with the Saints coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in New Orleans to complete the season sweep.
Here we go. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. They'll set up a throw.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. This defense for the Saints, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have the first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth
down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Right back to him on first down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
The Saints at 9-1 on the year. They've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Carlton Davis picks it.
And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
10 seconds. Black open.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up the first down.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw.
Across the formation, he finds Godwin.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
From the 2, here's 1st and goal.
Off the option, that's complete. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown.
Austin Eckler,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Buccaneers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, Everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 24, Jones. He's got a man. It's his fullback.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Throwing, Jones. And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. 6-0 our score after 1.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
It's important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there, because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Right back to Chris Godwin.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
Ready up?
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. He'll drop to throw. And quick throw here, that's complete.
And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Here we go.
A line of scrimmage once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Austin Eckler
with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Here we go. Here we go.
CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
Yellow blue. Red cycle.
They'll look to throw. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0.
That right there makes up for that missed extra point they had after the first score.
Yeah, they went ahead and got back to level by going for 2 and having the normal amount of points, so that works out pretty well for them. And if you're the kicker, don't worry about it too much. Now they've got back to where they want to be, they'll try it out there for the next one.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Jones. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Again, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The kick by Lutz is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So that kick gives them their first points in the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And I think the ball's out.
I know a lot of defensive coaches have certain guys on their squad that they look to as drive stoppers, guys who can make big plays, interceptions, knock it free. In this case, they didn't need one. The offense supplied it for them, just dropping the ball.
Yeah, and that was after they were doing so well on this drive through the air. They go to the ground, doesn't work.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
So after the defense gets you the ball on a takeaway and a fumble recovery of their own, you've got to reward them, don't you? You've got to stay out on the field, give them a chance to rest, and how about doing it the way they did it, running the football and picking it up on third down.
Would not have wanted to go 3 and out. They avoid that right there.
Yeah, they avoided the glares as they went back to the bench, didn't they?
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Saints are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Second and 6. Looking to throw. Jones finding Hardman here over the middle. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones got his man complete over the middle. It's Reed. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Saints are back within a score. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
23 yards on the play.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Back to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure right toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding opens.
And the ball is knocked out, and this is picked up by the Saints. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. And he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
He's going to let this one go deep. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. There he goes, right side. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Cade Otton in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now. A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Jones.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off the play fake, Jones.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
They'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the...
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back, and they did a great job in the first half. And now they've got their first sack here in the second half. Look out, they'll try to increase the pressure.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield.
And he'll be forced out of bounds on the other side of the field.
A big play that time for Tampa Bay. And even 40 yards.
As a general manager, you're counting on your first and second round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. Looking downfield for Godwin.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Nasir Adderley.
And the Saints are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it. And sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way. First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Now Jones throwing on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
This one complete to his fullback. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. A full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Operating from the gun, Jones. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done. That's good for 28 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw. Jones. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal. And now here's a carry heading left. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there.
With his 14th rushing touchdown of the year.
And the Saints have got it back to within a score. They go I formation, fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Inside handoff down to Fournette. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
hands it off out of the gun.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Saints 16.
Okay, break.
Now back to throw. He's got Green.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14.
Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And Cooks has it over the middle. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now third down and 6 to go.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. We all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Let's go now.
In motion right comes Green. On play action, they'll throw.
He's got Otten. And he's going to have the Bucs first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
So the 4th down conversion sets him up with this. 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw here.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired. He still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest game we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Here we go.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. They'll set up a throw.
Throwing the out route, and he's got Eckler. And he is going to have a Bucs first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Leonard Fournette, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Here's Jones.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay.
Well, Charles, I mean, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately